Hello and welcome to the Showdown for board 4 between Anthony Moo and Timothy Moran.
My name is Arnav Bada, and with me I have commentating Kinlan Peng. The match will begin momentarily. The games will be 12 and 3 minutes with 2-second increment. The first player to 6.5 wins the match.
Also, the players should not be listening because that's cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Arbiter Venkata Subramanian to give the okay to begin game 1.
He will be the acting arbiter for the entire match.
Oh, and the game has started. Arnav, they started.
And here we see an interesting setup by White with an isolated d-pawn.
Yes, Anthony beginning game 1 is White, using his pet English opening.
And both sides have castled. White has a strong bishop on g2 and d3, an interesting move. Trying to bring out the dark squared bishop. There is a weak square on d4, so black might try to occupy that with his knight, or develop the bishop as he just did. And bishop e3, a very interesting move challenging black's dark squared bishop.
Yes, he wants to open his F file and unisolate his D pawn.
Yeah. And also, after bishop takes e3, f takes e3, the knight on c6 will no longer be able to occupy d4, which is an advantage for white.
That is true, sir.
And black running low on time with only about 20 seconds left.
And he takes the bishop.
With
Interesting
definitely
decision.
an improvement. And a knight maneuver, it looks like.
Oh, he hung a pawn. Oh, no, he didn't. No. Oh,
What?
What? Never mind.
After
I thought he had
bishop
bishop.
d5,
No,
after
bishop.
bishop d5. Oh wait, no, that's a
No,
blunder.
yeah, that's yeah.
So looks like it is not a pawn blunder after all.
Oh, but what about bishop e4, and then maybe after bishop takes h7, he might have queen h5. Oh wait, no, then
Oh,
queen
but
f6. No.
he does queen f3. Interesting. And a very aggressive move. White must retreat his bishop.
Oh, is knight d5 working for him? Oh, he might have had knight d5 because then queen takes, and he has a discovered check.
Mm.
And now he gives up his
Now
bishop.
black will try to penetrate the queen side.
Oh, but he
Or
draws a
no.
pawn.
Wow. A nice intermezzo.
And both players are now under 15 seconds.
A dangerous move because now the rook is pinned and being attacked.
Yes. Oh, is that a
Oh,
blunder?
that seems
That
like a
is a
blunder. Yep.
horrible,
The
horrible
game
blunder. Made in two.
and
And Tim
Tim
Moran
wins
takes
game
game one.
one.
What an amazing
Looks like
game.
a time scramble at the end where both players were approaching below 10 seconds. So.
Game two, Tim with white opens with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. Oh, and a
His
four
four
knights.
knights
Both players are blitzing at moves. Very symmetrical
and
game.
capture. Interesting. Very symmetrical position. Black choosing to keep his dark squared bishop.
Oh, couldn't he have taken, oh wait, never mind.
White aiming to develop his dark squared bishop to possibly g5, put pressure on the f6 knight. Perhaps rook e1 or h3. Interesting move. Both players playing a little passive.
Yes, yes.
And
he chooses
now
to save his
after
bishop.
b4, bishop b6, white has knight a4.
Yes. But that will undouble black's pawns,
Yeah.
leaving a favorable structure.
And he does not go for this idea. Perhaps black will try eventually d5 ideas to expand in the center, get rid of his double pawns. And seizing control.
Of the file.
And preventing white from developing his dark squared bishop.
Now b4 might be pretty good. Force him to block off his own rook.
Yeah.
Which he does go for.
And he sees it. And he's trading this bishop, which may not be the best, but is an idea.
Interesting choice. Rook e8.
And black chooses to keep the piece tension, an interesting choice.
So far, the pace of play has been fairly slow. As you can see, they've already each used over a minute, and we're not even past move 13.
Yes, indeed. Now white tries black to make him take, and yes, successful. Leaving white with an unsatisfactory knight on a4. Maybe black will try d5 now.
Oh, well, a7 is hanging for him.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it? Oh wait.
Yeah,
Does
so
he
maybe.
have does he have bishop takes h3 and then rook a8, winning it back?
Um,
If queen takes a7.
what? Oh, oh, possibly. And he goes rook a8.
And
Hmm.
perhaps white can try to never mind. And a knight maneuver.
Oh, he might be going for f4, trying to get in queen takes f4 and dominate the file.
Yeah. And try to expand on the king side, gain more space. Maybe black can do
Oh,
oh,
another knight maneuver. Very interesting.
perhaps trying to get the knight to c4.
It's not entirely stable there, though.
Yeah, maybe d1 and then playing f4 and then knight f2. But I'm not sure what it'll do there.
Oh, and he does go d5. Interesting.
Yeah. This opens the center, attacks white center, gains space. And if white takes, black's pawns will be better.
Yes, he doesn't want to let him get in d4 because then he's just getting cramped.
Both players below 1 minute now.
Okay, c3
With
preventing d4.
maybe black can try maybe knight h5 and then try to maneuver the knight to f4.
Oh, queen b8. What? Whoa.
Wow. Perhaps trying to play a5 or maybe c5 later,
Yes, yes, yes,
taking advantage of the weak knight on b2.
yes, yes, yes.
So white has played a bit passively with his knights, and now it's black's turn to punish that, if he can do it. White can either continue his original plan of playing f4, which he
Yes,
does. He
he
plays
goes
f4,
f4, so black might
trying
get
to create
counterplay on the
counterplay.
queen side with a5.
And rook takes. Maybe perhaps trying to double the rooks.
Yes.
And Anthony below 5 seconds now,
Yes,
struggling to
yes.
keep.
Moves in serious time trouble. He's gone queen b6. Not sure about that. Lets him go perhaps queen f3 or queen g3. Oh, he goes d4. Okay. But does that
Now
hang a
white's
pawn?
knights.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, a timeout.
Yes, yes. As you see, move flag there. So now Moran takes a commanding 2-0 lead.
And
And
game
game
three
three has
begins
started.
with Anthony taking white. Hopefully he can use his advantage.
Opens with c4 again. Interesting choice. Reverse Sicilian.
And
b6.
him trying to
Interesting
counter,
variation.
perhaps trying to counter moves b3, bishop b2 ideas, or bishop g2 ideas. Tim pauses here.
Yeah, Tim appears to be out of book. Not a very good sign.
but he plays a nice developing move, which I think And G3 is played.
G3.
Sir? And the two bishops on B7 and G2 eyeing each other, perhaps with some tactics after
Yes.
maybe knight takes E5.
Yes, that could be an interesting tactic that he has to look out for.
Yeah. It's interesting to see which side both sides will castle on. And Tim Moran down almost 1 minute while Anthony is still almost at his original 3.
Yes, the sure sign of an unprepared player. And now knight takes e5 was possible, but he missed it.
Yeah. Oh, knight takes E5 is very interesting because knight takes
Yes,
E5,
because
knight
then he
takes
takes
E5,
his bishop,
and then bishop takes B7, and then followed by D4
Knight f6, he
perhaps.
still misses it. Knight takes e5 is on the board, and he misses it again.
Yeah. Focusing still on developing moves, which may not be a sound choice, but
Mu is still looking for his first win. D6, finally protecting the pawn.
perhaps creating some weaknesses after bishop G5, threatening knight D5.
Yes. Bishop G5 he goes.
And after H6, he may be forced to retreat.
He goes
And
H6.
yes, he cannot retreat to H4.
Maybe taking the knight and then going knight D5 is actually pretty strong here. But he decides to save his bishop.
Yeah.
And probably black
And
just
white
wants to castle.
White might also have some knight A4 ideas, trying to trade off that bishop.
Yeah. And he castles. White might look to expand on the queen side with something like A3, B4.
Yeah, that's an interesting plan. White might also try to go something like knight H4 to try to get it to F5 and then play E4 securing it. But
And
no,
he
he goes
goes
for
A3.
queen side.
Yep.
Threatening B4.
There's no really good way to stop this. Or A5.
Oh, and he plays A5, which creates a weak square on B5.
Yeah, B5. Knight B5 would be a pretty strong outpost square.
But will Anthony take it? Anthony's nearly 1 minute up on time.
Yes. This is why you learn your opening theory, kids.
Excuse me?
I said.
Anthony choosing to play queen C2, perhaps eyeing the H7 square.
Wait, what? H7?
Perhaps.
Okay. Oh, knight D4, interesting.
Looks like a solid move, forcing the C3 knight to relocate.
Oh, he has to be careful. He can't take on D4 because then bishop takes B7 and he's attacking his rook. So he goes bishop G2, avoiding that. Now,
Yeah.
I think king takes G2 is forced because he's attacking his rook.
Yeah. He goes for this very interesting.
E6. Is that just... Okay, well, he chooses to
Does that blunder after bishop takes F7? Or no, he goes for the safer option. And now maybe knight G5. Yes, it is played, putting a lot of pressure on F2. But still, Anthony up.
Well, knight E4 and then he looks kind of fine.
Knight E4, yeah. That's it. But then maybe D5.
Or just like F3, I guess. Oh, E3. Interesting.
Oh. Now, black may choose to bring his queen into the attack.
Yeah,
Perhaps
like
queen F6,
queen F6.
or queen G5.
Yeah. Moran going under 20 seconds. Oh, queen
And he
f6.
goes for the queen f6, yes. Definitely trying to eye the f2 pawn.
Knight
White will
e4
have to play
wins.
carefully.
Knight e4 wins move a bishop.
Yes. 4 knight. Moran now below 20 seconds. He will have to play fast. Anthony getting low on time as well. And he goes for it.
Knight e4. Looking to take the free bishop. Oh, but queen f3 check is interesting. Yep, queen f3 check.
Oh, wow.
And this could be bad for white.
After
Could be very
perhaps
bad.
d5, eliminating the defender.
Yeah, this could be very bad.
d5 looks very powerful.
Yeah, d5. Yeah. And he goes
Yes, and he
d5.
plays it with less than 10 seconds on his clock.
I don't think he wants to take the bishop. Oh, yeah. Oh, he goes queen d1. Interesting. And what?
And an annoying pawn on f6. This may not turn out well.
Yeah, and I think black is just winning.
Yeah, but he has to
only has
watch his
5
time. He's
seconds
below
to
5
turn.
seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch that time.
And does he flag? No, just in time. An amazing tactic. Oh, wow.
Oh, this looks over. I was
Wow.
losing an exchange.
Tim calculates a nice combination.
Yeah, he's just gone.
And now rook d1 might be winning.
Yes.
Next move.
Timothy Moran is on the verge of going up 3-0. A dominant performance.
But now they enter into an interesting endgame where black is definitely better, but
This should be a theoretical win.
white trying to chase. Perhaps now the. Oh, wow.
Oh, and he drops a pawn. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, he does.
Both players blitzing out moves.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, yeah, he does. He does. Yeah.
And now 2 passed pawns.
Yes.
It will be a race to promote. Interesting tactic, leaving white in Zug's win, kind of.
What? I think black is just winning.
Black can play. Oh, bishop a5 might have saved white.
Bishop a5.
A few moves ago.
And yeah,
The game looks about over now.
This should be the game. Not looking very good for Anthony Mu.
Yep, and made a few moves away. And Anthony desperately trying to play moves,
stalemate,
but
with pawns
with
on the
nearly
board,
hit me.
that's not.
And the maiden won. The game is over.
Yeah, so Moran takes a 3-0 lead going into game 4.
Only 3.5 more games needed to win the match.
Anthony Mu is desperately looking for a win now. And game 4 has started.
With the same opening, looks like 4 knights.
And we see the same variation with bishop takes c6.
Yes.
Same
And
opening
nearly
lines.
7 moves.
And a3 this time. And now we're in a completely symmetrical position. Typical boring e4 position.
With an aggressive g4. Wow.
Very typical boring e4 position.
Black's light squared bishop is misplaced.
Yes.
White will try to utilize his better bishop to try to gain positional advantage.
Rook e1.
White also has some knight h4 ideas to try to trade his knight for the bishop,
Or
even
like
though it may be too
h2
bad
or
for the
h5.
knight. Yeah. But after h4, black can respond by h6, and the bishop will have to move from pinning the knight.
Yeah.
Queen d7. Queen e7, excuse me. An interesting choice. Perhaps trying to bring the rook to
Yeah,
the
now he
center.
goes knight h4.
And black has no choice but to... Ooh, that may not have been the best decision.
h6.
Because now after knight takes g6...
Yeah, he can still go knight takes g6.
Yeah. But no. Now the bishop can go to h7.
Yeah.
But then the knight occupies a very strong square on f5 if he chooses so.
Yep, and bishop h7.
Now I'm expecting knight f5.
Knight f5. Which
Yes.
he goes for.
And the knight will probably stay there for a long time because g6 is not an option.
Bishop takes, probably g takes is better, and then maybe like king h2, rook g1.
Yes. And black trying to undermine white's central pawns, but no white defense. White has a partially open king, but it would be extremely hard for black to attack it. And a knight maneuver. Perhaps trying to play c5 and then c5 and then d4.
Oh,
Now
king
black's
h2,
queen can also come into the game.
looking for probably rook g1.
Yeah. Queen h2 or king h2 is actually quite a nice move.
King h8, interesting. Now he goes queen d2.
Oh.
Oh, maybe he's looking for queen f2 and attack a7, or not. I think I would slightly prefer white in this position.
Yeah.
He has a lot more space, and he has the initiative.
Black just looks a bit cramped.
Yeah.
And white hoping to double his rooks on the g-file. But black goes for an aggressive d4. This may not be good after c takes, and now bishop f4.
Yeah, now bishop f4. And he's attacking that pawn on c7, which will allow him to get in rook g1.
Maybe rook c8 or knight e5 are the only options here.
Oh, well, knight e5 and then queen a5, I think, is just winning a pawn.
Oh, yes, he might play queen a5
Oh, yeah,
now.
let's see if he
Looks very strong.
Queen a5.
That will be losing the pawn. But will Tim see
He
it?
doesn't find it.
No.
Oh, but he goes f4.
But instead,
Pushing more
white's
pawns.
central pawns are just dominating. Now we can still play moves like queen a5.
Or rook ag1.
Yeah. And he goes for doubling.
Now queen a5 looks really strong.
Yeah. But the only move looking like rook b7 to protect both of those. But no,
Queen f2.
a more passive move. And Anthony below 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He
Now
must,
he allows some counterplay on the queen side. Rook b2.
but will it be enough?
So now white can triple up.
And interesting, trying to get the queen to perhaps h5.
Oh, yes, yes.
But white
Okay.
does not defend his pawn. An interesting choice.
Queen.
Now
Oh,
black will try to push his a pawn.
e5 is winning. Oh, he missed a win. e5 was completely winning. Because then the queen would have to move, and he couldn't protect against g7. I'm pretty sure he had
Wait,
forced mate
e5? Oh yeah,
on
yeah, that
move
was winning.
33.
Yes, that was winning. But now black gets some counterplay on the queen side, trying to push his a
Black
pawn.
might actually be much better
Oh
here.
no, there's.
Oh,
I
f6.
think there's a force
f6.
mate.
f6 is
Yeah,
just, yeah.
f6. I think that ends the game.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
and
and he
he
won on
times
time.
out.
Yeah,
But
okay.
there is no defense.
So Moran goes up 4 games to 0.
Anthony looking at a tough tournament.
Not the match we were expecting.
And Anthony playing his favorite English opening once
Yep,
again.
looking to get Tim out of book on move 2 again. Goes for the reverse Sicilian, knight c3.
Yeah. Tim already down 10 seconds. And he goes for a different line this time.
Interesting. So white can go e5 or e4 here, which he does. But now
You mean black?
maybe knight. Actually, knight g5,
Knight.
and I don't see how he protects. Yeah, knight g5. That might have not actually been that good. And he goes knight g1.
This
Okay.
looks definitely better for black. Perhaps now, interesting. Blocking off the dark squared bishop. Maybe it will be in Keto it.
Yeah, bishop g2 attacking the pawn. Bishop f5. Queen c2. Interesting move.
Now perhaps knight b4.
Queen e7. knight h3, looking to improve that awful knight that was trapped on g1.
And
Oh,
Fian
he's
cat
back. He's
Black
back.
Bishop.
Knight g5, very, very aggressive. But
Yeah.
now e3, yes. Discovery attack on the queen. And his king isn't going to be able to castle, I don't think.
He does look to be in some kind of trouble.
Yeah, he can't prevent
Uh,
e takes f2.
E takes F7, yeah.
F2.
Yeah, F2, yeah. Now maybe Black will try to occupy the D4 square.
I think, well, maybe.
But I think
Oh, but then
immediately
just queen a5.
oh yeah. And now the king
Oh
is
wait,
forced
no,
to
or
take.
queen a4.
And I think Black has a discovery now. Knight G5, Knight G4 may win the knight on G5. Yep, he goes for it.
Um, the knight on g5 is protected by the bishop on c1.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did not see that.
White brings his king to e1, maybe thinking that he can still castle, but once you move your king, you can't castle anymore. Oh, knight d4, bringing his knight in. And he probably does not
Yeah.
want to go queen a4 anymore because that would just, not, yeah.
Oh, now maybe Bishop H6. Perhaps that works. I'm
Bishop
not sure.
h6, yes, yes, yes. Very interesting. Bishop h6.
Now threatening F6, or maybe just to even take right away. Or no,
Oh, knight
taking wins
d5, knight
after
d5, knight d5.
what?
Knight d5.
Yes, that is good.
That's the
I
only way
think
for him to stop f6.
no,
Though.
Knight D5, then Bishop takes G5.
Knight, oh yeah. Oh, knight
Now
d5, he goes for it.
I think he can take it now. He can take the knight.
I think, wait, is bishop takes g5 just winning a piece?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
Because the queen can't take, because then queen takes E2 checkmate.
Yeah.
And he does go for it.
And, yes.
Yep.
White
Just
is
up a
just
piece.
a piece down. And both players are getting into time trouble now.
Yeah, but Black looks clearly winning. I think it should be holdable. Interesting. Knight F2.
So, if Tim wins this, he will be up 5-0 and possibly even sweep.
Yeah. And now Black is just up the exchange. And
Yep, and then rook e2 just wins a pawn.
both sides below 20 seconds now.
This should be a fairly simple win again for Black.
Yes. And I think Rook H6 or not, or Rook H3, my bad. And that pawn looks unprotectable. Yeah, the game looks over. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Oh, is that a
Wow,
blunder?
wow.
I think
Wow.
Tim might have just
Black
made
just
a huge
ignored
blunder.
White's counterplay now. White may
I
have a
think
chance
Tim
here.
just might have made a huge blunder because now queen. Okay, that also works. I was gonna say queen g2. Now I don't know how.
Hmm.
Well, now queen a1 and white is just winning.
Now rook h1. Oh no, that wasn't correct. Yeah, and white just
Tim is now making desperate moves after his horrible, shocking blunder.
yeah.
And Tim is even lower on time now.
He just
And he
flagged.
flags.
Yep. Anthony
So
secures
Anthony
his first
finally gets
win.
on the board after game 5. It is now 1 for Anthony and 4 for Tim.
And we're expecting to see Tim's favorite 4 knights here.
Yes, 4 knights. Typical trash e4 opening.
That's very subjective.
Typical trash e4 opening. Oh, he does not go for the exchange. Yes, he does now. Okay. Both players are
Both
rapidly
players
blitzing
blitzing.
out. They know their trash openings.
So this opening is actually not too bad. And white choosing between knight f5 and taking. Oh no, he goes knight f5.
And we have just been informed that we have the possibility of interviewing the players after this. So, yes.
White's has a superior knight on f5.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
very powerful.
Yes, yes. Yes. Very typical boring e4 position.
Yeah.
And this is nearly an exact repeat of the previous game.
Except white's pawn structure looks spoiled here, but he does have an open king.
Oh yes, white's pawn structure is completely destroyed on the king side.
And black can do nearly nothing about his pin. Oh no, perhaps he can do queen d6, but...
Oh, f4, interesting. Queen d6, you said?
Yeah. And he does go for it. Trying to free the knight and perhaps deal with the central pawn pressure.
Yes, 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 yes.
After this round, there will be a short halftime break.
Yes.
And Tim continues to put pressure on e5.
Now e4, and I think... Oh, because e4 and he either gets a passed pawn or a monster knight on e4.
Yeah. Very interesting position here.
Yes.
Black can, does black have any queen c5 ideas?
Queen c5.
Trying to fork king and c3?
Yeah.
And
protecting against queen c5. Now e4 again. You should go
e4 does look very strong.
Yeah. And he doesn't go
Oh,
for it.
knight
Knight
h7.
h7.
Now bishop h4 is forced, nearly. Unless he wants to keep.
No, well, I don't think he. I think he wants to let him take it because then.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a possibility. Now Tim falling low on time,
Yes.
nearly having half the time of Anthony.
And now under a minute.
Yes.
And he
He
goes
plays
h4.
h4.
Interesting.
He's trying to provoke Black to take his bishop to try to get a pawn
Black
storm in the king.
definitely doesn't want to take it. I don't think.
But now doesn't he have f6?
f6. Um.
So is this a blunder?
No, then f takes e5.
Oh yeah.
f6. Okay, f takes e5 is pretty much forced, I think.
Yeah. And we're
Let's
not
see if
sure
he
what
can
Tim's
find it with
thinking about
30
here.
seconds remaining. And he finds it.
He does find
Wow.
it. And Black is forced to move his queen somewhere, and I think his position is good. White's. Interesting.
Now white might actually be better.
Yeah. Oh, does that blunder a pawn? Oh no, it does not.
I think it does. Oh wait, no it doesn't.
C7 is also.
Yeah.
Oh, he decides to go for the c3 pawn.
But now bishop
Interesting.
takes c7. Oh, and he doesn't
And
take the free pawn.
he's threatening bishop h6, but that's not much of a threat.
And queen. Okay.
And Black does not seem to have
Yeah,
any
white is
immediate
very
attack
low on
moves.
time again. He might make another game-costing blunder here. Reminiscent of yesterday's showdown between me and Arnav. And oh, he just blundered his bishop, but black didn't notice. That is awful. And now
Oh wow, an
oh,
interesting
he did
tactic
blunder
here.
his bishop. Okay.
No, he can't take that.
Oh wait, no.
Now maybe rook e2?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Winning a pawn. Winning a pawn. Oh wait,
Now rook
no, he can't
e3?
even. No, he can't. He can't take it.
Wow, sharp move.
What?
Wow.
That is a horrible blunder. He could have just taken it with his bishop. That
Yep.
is a
Now,
terrible blunder.
oh, and low in time. It was a time
And
error. The
Anthony
game
gets a
ends.
second win in a row. Wow. 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 So now we will have a
What
short
an ending.
halftime break.
Stay tuned for more.
Uh, yeah. Enjoy the break music. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. The seventh match will be beginning momentarily,
Yes.
where Anthony Moo is 2-4 right now with Tim in the lead.
Yes, he's desperately looking for another win.
Okay.
Again, waiting for the okay from Venkata Subramanian, the chief arbiter, to begin play.
Oh
And
no,
play
the
has
game hasn't
started,
begun.
yes. And Tim
And
has
Tim
white.
playing his 4 knights most likely.
Typical garbage E4 opening, which they do go for. We're going to repeat the same variation as always.
Yep. With an exchange, yep.
Yep.
Both players know exactly what to do, except there's a bit of hesitation from Tim.
Yes. Looks like he's out of book in his pet system. Definitely not a good sign.
Yeah.
Typical passive E4 development.
I actually favor E4, so.
Okay, Arnav.
But, Grandmasters know better. What can I say?
Okay. You keep on
And
telling yourself that.
a passive
You'll
move,
be
H6.
great one day. You'll be great.
I already am. Anyway, an H6 passive move here. But maybe it was needed, because White did play H3, wasting tempo.
Yes.
And Bishop D2, another passive move.
Yes, he spent 30 seconds on that. He looks to be out of book. And now probably knight A4. And knight
No,
E2.
another. White is playing very passively,
Yes,
perhaps
extremely
disturbed
passively.
because it was.
Typical passive E4 player who doesn't know how to
Yeah,
attack.
or perhaps he's a bit worried after his 2-game loss streak.
Yes,
and Black is absolutely
looks
on the
to
attack.
open up the center with D5, undoubling his pawns.
And White does a knight maneuver, which is quite nice. Getting his knight to G3, perhaps eyeing scores like F5 and supporting the E4 pawn.
Yep. So if Anthony can win this game, it'll be 3-4, and we'll have a match on our hands.
Yes.
Bishop D6.
And a bit passive in my opinion. Or no, perhaps trying to play C5 and expand on the queen side and in the center.
Mm-hmm.
But right now the bishop on D6 is not doing much at all. Just eyeing the E5 pawn.
And Moran is going into the time tank again.
Yep.
Certainly out of book, has no idea what to do, is completely paralyzed in position.
I wouldn't say completely paralyzed. He does have some ideas, like C3,
Yeah.
D4 maybe.
Yeah, C3, D4. Yeah. Yeah, and he goes for it. He goes for it. Okay.
Yes, he does. And perhaps preparing Queen A4, but that might not be amazing.
Queen A4. That's a very good move. Not really.
Excuse me?
Oh, and Shock Masteo is providing us with some live commenting here on this.
With his looks like two Google accounts to try to enhance the commentary.
No.
Well,
Hold on.
uh,
Okay, it's back.
a brief insight into the Shocks Masteos page here. I not really sure why we're showing that, but okay.
Okay, so he has a backwards pawn on a d3, which he attacks with bishop a6. Bishop e3, controlling that nice
Hmm.
diagonal. Yeah.
Oh, does that blunder a pawn? Oh, did he miss e4 pawn? Does that work?
The what?
Oh, never mind. I thought he had a tactic there. I don't think it works though.
What did you just say?
What?
Okay.
I thought after d takes e4, the d3 pawn would be.
No, but then can't he just still go bishop a7? Bishop takes a7 and he's attacking, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I missed. But
Okay,
now I
let's see
think that
what
tactic that he can do that tactic, right?
tactic.
D takes e4, and then take, and then
What?
wait, never mind.
No, no, no. That would be horrible. And
Black's rook looks a bit misplaced on b7.
our live
Weird.
guest commentator, Shaq Masteo, is openly criticizing Tim and his opening choice.
That
And
is
he's
definitely
stating that
weak.
black has better play. I'm not sure about that. I think I actually prefer white here.
Yes, I do too. With the two knights in
He might
f3,
go knight
g3.
h4, f5, or just straight away knight f5. Yeah, knight f5.
I personally prefer knight h4 first.
a3, interesting. He didn't really have to protect that pawn, but he did.
And now Black's queen and rook on the b file looked a bit silly, so he moved his queen back.
And he lets him get in d4. Interesting decision.
And Black is just playing repeated moves again.
Yes, Moo is running very low on the clock right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets the
Ah,
pawn fork. He is winning material.
wow. Oh, an interesting counterplay, but I think material will be lost here for Black.
Yeah, there's no way to save both of those pieces. And he has won a bishop. So if Moo can convert... Wait.
Oh, looks brutal. And Mesteo announcing that the game is over, and yes, it is.
Yes. And it appears that Moo has flagged. Um... Did he flag for
Next
you?
game will be what?
Did
Yeah,
he
he did flag, yeah.
Oh shoot.
So Tim takes a commanding lead here.
Yeah,
5-2.
5-2. Remember, 6.5 points are needed to win, so yeah. Did the next game start yet?
It will be starting momentarily.
It's not. Did they start yet?
Um, yeah. The arbiter has announced to start, and the game has begun.
Okay. And
And the
Anthony
English
opens with his
once
pet
again.
English opening again. Lets him. Oh,
Oh,
he finds knight g5 this time, and now he's just winning that pawn, I think. So
wow.
Anthony has touched up on his opening during halftime, clearly. And now
Now I
bishop
think bishop
g2.
g2.
Bishop g2, yes.
Wow.
And he cannot protect that.
Tim spent some time here as he realizes he's fallen for an opening
Realizes
trick.
he's gone wrong, and definitely out of book early on.
This pawn will definitely be a problem for black throughout the game.
Yes, and he does take the pawn.
And white is clearly just better here.
Mm-hmm. f5, very aggressive.
Black will probably castle queenside since there isn't much hope.
Yeah, bishop d7. This already looks winning for white.
White might try to do ideas like knight d5.
Yeah, this looks completely winning for white.
I don't know if it's completely winning, but
It is completely winning.
white should probably go for knight d5
Yeah,
here.
knight d5.
Just kicking the queen back to d8.
Mm-hmm.
But black trying to start a pawn storm on the king side. Interesting move, queen c2. And black activates his dark sword bishop.
And black castles queenside, as we expected.
And both sides will likely try to attack their opponent's king. Yes,
And black is
Tim
just
with a
completely desperate and is
very,
pushing pawns like there's no
very
tomorrow.
aggressive pawn push.
Extremely aggressive.
White should just try to trade all his pieces, especially queens.
Yes. Oh, and he takes the
Oh,
knight
he
on.
trades his
That is.
maybe not the best decision since
Yeah.
that was a good bishop. Oh, it wins. It works
Oh, it wins the
tactically though.
pawn. Yes. Okay,
Wow.
he should not have taken with the bishop, clearly.
Yeah. And now I think I like queen a5 maybe.
Oh, knight d5 was an interesting. Okay.
Oh, that was an interesting move.
But bishop
And now
h3,
did he just
taking advantage
blunder a
of.
queen?
Yeah.
He just blundered a queen.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And Anthony takes down
Coming
game
back.
8 in
18 moves. Wow.
dominating fashion. The score is now
18
3 to
moves.
5. And the players are quick to start the next game, okay?
Four knights will most likely be played here. And Shots Masteo announcing that White's king is weak, even though it is moved to. Oh, never mind.
What? We see another typical garbage e4 opening game here. This is why you don't play this opening.
Yeah, I personally, if you're going to play e4, go for the Italian or Spanish. Those
Clearly,
are definitely...
Tim's boring opening choices reflect his personality and his style.
What's that supposed to mean?
That he's an interesting person.
Uh-huh.
Now bishop h5, very aggressive. I think he can just go h6 and he'll have to, okay, bishop c5. Now probably knight a4.
Yes.
And Tim has been consistently going down on time in the early phases of all of these games.
It just shows lack of opening prep.
Yes.
And now Black's bishop.
Many players in the chat voicing their opinions about how bad e4 is. Just goes to show the disgusting nature of this opening move.
I believe it's only a Shashmasteo. And oh no, PSP Chess has announced, has voiced his concerns with e4 and has announced he might be switching to d4. Wow, that is really a shame for the e4 opening.
Yes.
And now Mu taking his first think, and he's actually down on the clock. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Hmm.
I think I slightly prefer black here.
I think white has more space, has a pin,
Black has the
but
open
I'm not sure.
files though.
Yeah, yeah, that open file can. But after knight b3, the open file isn't that useful anymore.
Knight what?
Knight b3.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
And now Tim going to a deep think.
And knight
Oh, he goes
a4.
for the aggressive knight a4.
Maybe just take
Black
the
might
knight on
try bishop
d4.
b6.
You might want to think about just taking the knight on d4, but he doesn't.
And he tries to undouble his pawns, which is
Oh, and he
a good
does
option.
do that
But
for him. That seems favorable for black.
oh, very interesting move, knight f5.
Yes, nice square for that knight.
And
Attacking
also a
that pawn on
discovery on the
d6.
d6 pawn.
So I think he has to take it, yep. And d5, okay.
Oh, queen d4, and I think he can just,
Yeah, double the pawns, yeah. Queen d4 looks very good. Rook e1 is interesting. And Tim is approaching 1 minute. And he goes for the rook e1 idea, taking control of the file.
Yep, rook e1 dominates on the
And
file.
a strong move, queen
I
d6,
think queen
trying to
d4
free
is
up the
still
knight.
really good.
Queen d4,
Yes. Oh,
f3.
f3,
What?
whoa, whoa.
Oh, he's trying to prevent the knight from. I'm not sure if that was helpful.
Now he can challenge on the file, and, queen d2. I'm not sure about these moves.
Keeping the piece tension on the e file. And Shash Masteo announcing that Tim has gone crazy. An interesting comment.
Yes, very interesting.
And Shash Masteo also believes that black is much better here,
Oh,
as can be
c4,
seen by his comment.
exploiting the pin on the queen on d6, which is unprotected.
Oh, nice check. I think that wins the pawn.
Oh, yes, that just wins a pawn. Yep.
Yeah, it just wins a pawn. Okay.
So Mu looks to be better here. He's going to be a pawn up, looking to even
Yes.
out the match at
And
4 to
10
5.
below 30 seconds. Yeah, 10
Yeah.
below 30 seconds as
Mu
well.
has
And
taken
up a pawn.
control of game 9 as black. And, oh, is white about to win back a pawn? Yeah, I think white's about to win back a pawn. But now black can penetrate on white's second rank, which he does. And and my co-commentator once again died. Queen b7 looks very annoying for white to deal with. And now he just... Does he just drop that knight on d7? I don't think he can take it because... Okay, well he takes the pawn first. I think he could have just taken the knight on d7 and be winning. Very sharp position. Oh, and Mu has dropped his rook. Horrible. And it is looking... Yep. White has forced mate, and the match will be 6 for Tim and Anthony for 3. So Tim just needs to draw one more game, and he will be the winner of the showdown. And Anthony, with the must-win situation, has white and opens with the English. Players are repeating the same line they've used. Oh, c6, an interesting deviation. And did black just drop a pawn? Yes, I think he did. That's another display of poor opening preparation. And Anthony needs to win 3 games in a row to even have the possibility of having a tiebreaker. Black seems to be aiming for knight c5. And he does go knight c5. And I think that just blunders a pawn. Because queen takes b5, knight takes b5, and then knight can take on d5. Which also protects the threat of knight c7. And he does take the queen, and he will win back a pawn. Oh. And white goes for knight c7, but I'm not sure about this because his knight's not getting out, so he's just traded 2 minor pieces for a rook and shattered his kingside structure. Yeah, I actually think black is much better here. Now he can go knight d3, and now white can't castle anymore.
Testing. Oh. Hello? Hello?
Okay, hi.
Hi, can you hear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Anyway, we see a very interesting game here. Um, and Tim will have to show if he can use his technique to convert this rook versus two minor piece endgame.
I think black is much better here in this endgame. It's very hard for white to hold on to his pawns on.
Oh, wait. I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to protect all of those. So
If after that knight gets taken care of, maybe black has bishop f4 ideas.
Hmm.
I think f5 is the best move and shut down white's play on the 5th rank. And he goes knight f6.
That's threatening bishop f4.
Yes, but now he can probably get some counterplay on the queen side with like rook a5 or b5.
Yeah, yeah.
And he offers a trade of the rooks, which is just going closer to a draw, which would give Tim the victory.
Yes, it does.
And he accepts the
This
trade.
may look like a time scramble. Tim goes well 30 seconds.
Yes. a6, attempting to shut down that counterplay on the queen side. Good
Yeah.
prophylactic move.
But white retreats his rook all the way. Now black will have to use his two minor pieces. Moran now at 20 seconds.
And his knight gets into f4.
Oh, he drops a pawn. Oh, yeah, drops a pawn. Oh, maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he has rook h1 though.
Yeah, actually. No, but then knight g5.
Knight g5. Oh yeah.
Like that.
Oh, but
So,
then f4, f4.
interesting tactic, yeah. Oh, but then that pawn's hanging.
Oh, okay. Oh, he could have.
Now check looks good.
Yeah. Maybe white can hold on for a miracle draw here, but it's highly unlikely.
Yeah. And now white cannot play king e4 or king f3.
Black certainly looks to have the advantage here.
Yeah. But
Black's two minor
time will.
pieces are able to cover much more squares than white's rook, and are better. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just trapped his. Oh, wait, no.
no, rook
Yeah, yeah,
h3,
yeah.
rook h3, and oh, okay, he doesn't find it.
Oh,
Rook h3 might have saved the game for him, but instead,
yes.
I think black is still
Both sides also in
much
time
better.
pressure.
But Tim under 10 seconds, so
Yeah, and Anthony approaching. Anthony below 30 as well. Oh, that
F5
was
just allows him
cutting
to
down the
expand.
rook. Oh, a blunder.
oh, and now oh, he could have
Oh,
gone
wait, he does not
91.
see it. Knight,
Yeah, he could have
knight
gone
d1
91,
just
and that would
ends the
have been the
game.
game.
And now he's threatening the same move again, but he does not allow it. And Tim under e2, about to flag. Oh, and he saves it.
Um,
Both sides very close on time. And a pawn is blundered.
yes, yes. It's a huge time scramble for black. He is frantically pushing pawns. And
Yeah. Oh, very interesting. I think Rook H6,
oh,
yes,
Rook
it's very good.
H6. Wow, wow.
And now I
King
think
F5.
King F5, right?
Oh, he missed it.
Oh, he missed it.
King F5 still. King F5 is winning. King F5 is winning.
Yes.
He finds
Oh,
it.
and
He finds it.
that's really nice.
Yes, and he's getting the
And
knight back.
now
And
I
now
think
White is
White has,
actually winning. White is winning, I think. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He
Just
would just have to
don't want to take that. Yeah,
play.
okay. Don't want to take the pawn on F4 before he moved the rook away.
Mhm. And White should have a straightforward win
Yeah,
here.
White has the passed pawn on the F file, and there's not much that Black can do to stop it.
Especially below 5 seconds as well.
Horrible blunder, especially after he could have won after 91. That's going to be a tough loss.
Oh, but he blunders upon. Oh no, that's not a blunder. It's
No,
just a
that's
trick.
not, yeah.
And that just might be
He drops
the game
another
right there.
pawn.
Yep. Now White is the only one who can win here.
Yep. Black does not have sufficient mating material. And this looks
Now I
like a
think
straightforward win for White.
yes. Oh, and he blunders a bishop. That will be the
Yep,
game.
that's the game. Should be. Yep, and
Wow.
Black resigns. So Anthony finds a nice tactic to remain alive, and it's 4-6 now, going into game 11. Anthony still has to win 2 games consecutively to force a tiebreak.
Yep.
Waiting for the next game to start. And the next game has started. Tim is with the white pieces, only needs a draw to clinch the match. Opens with...
Oh, Anthony plays
Oh, and
Sicilian.
Anthony plays a Sicilian. That was definitely unexpected from Tim, who was expecting another passive garbage drawish E4 opening to guarantee him the match win, as he only needs half a point to secure the match victory. Anthony throwing out the Sicilian defense.
Very nice opening. An opening known for being played when people want to
Very
win.
interesting C5, E5 pawn structure. That's a very weak D5 square that can be exploited easily. And I think White is slightly better. D4. Looking to open the center and take control. Yeah, I think White is much better here. I'm not sure about this opening. Yep, gets in D5. Oh, but knight D4 might be really annoying for White. He goes queen A4. Queen A4. And he drops his queen. Tim drops his queen. Wow. And Anthony has won 3 games in a row, I believe. And we are heading into a game 12, where Anthony once again has to win to force a tiebreak. And once again, Tim just needs a draw to clinch the match. But Anthony has White in a must-win game.
Hello?
And he has been showing good form. So if Anthony can win here, he'll force an Armageddon tiebreak. And Anthony opens with his pet English opening again. Same line we've been seeing. Tim once again going down on the clock early on in the game. Probably white should just castle here, which he does. Black's probably going to be looking to attack the weak pawn on d5. Yeah, looking for bishop e7. He probably wants to provoke e4 and then maybe go bishop a6 and attack the d3 pawn, which would then be backwards. Bishop g5, not sure about that. I think f6 and black should be fine. Black is very solid on the dark squares. White will need to use the light squares to get counterplay. And he does go e4. a5, looking for a4. I think white should probably go a4 here, I think. And stop that.
He goes queen
c2. And bishop a6, attacking the pawn on d3. And c6, looking to... Oh, I think white is b4. Yeah, b4. And after a takes, I think that bishop is... Yeah, it's just trapped. So white is just winning material. And I think we will be having an Armageddon tiebreaker. Yep, a takes b4, a takes b4, and that bishop on c5 is no safe squares to... But now d takes c6, and he has a pass pawn.
Don't think he should have tried to save his bishop because
I think the pass pawn is just too much for black. Black has to be very careful here. I think he might be able to survive, but he's going to be very cramped with that pawn on c7. And he has to make very precise moves to avoid the pawn promoting. e4. Discovery attack on the rook on a8. D5 blocking it. I think he probably just wants to take on f6.
No, but he pushes e6. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't think he could have taken that.
Probably because of like rook e1 or something.
Bishop f4. The bishop
Coming in nicely, but that just drops the pawn on. This looks winning for white if he can go rook c1 and he's just promoting. Oh, wait, he could have just gone b5 there. Oh, but now e7 comes with check. I'm sorry. And he is winning. Yeah, white's gonna promote, and we should be seeing an Armageddon tiebreaker. And the match is now tied 6-6. So we will be having an Armageddon tiebreaker, and that will be coming in a little bit.
So the match is tied 6-6. Wow.
And
Hello, testing.
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have Chief Arbiter Venkata Subramanian on to explain the rules of the tiebreaker. Yes.
It will be an Armageddon game.
Yes.
Welcome, Arbiter.
Arbiter, you can explain it. Arbiter is having some technical difficulties. He's not very familiar with technology. Please bear with us.
He's more used to study chess the traditional way.
Oh, right.
Hello, welcome, Arbiter. Please explain the rules briefly.
So it's an Armageddon game. 5
Speak
minutes.
louder!
Louder. Louder, please. Louder.
It's an Armageddon game with a 5 minutes to 4 minutes, 2-second increment.
Hey, dude.
Except chess.com can't do that. So,
We have we have an interruption with a player.
Please continue, Arbiter. Arbiter,
Anthony
continue.
Mu, that's not proper
Arbiter,
conduct.
please continue.
Please,
Arbiter, please do not be disturbed by this.
we will play a 5 minute, 2-second increment game. Except
Louder.
1 minute, he loses. Because chess.com can't do increment.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Chess.com can't do mixed time controls. So when white reaches 1 minute, he loses.
Okay, so if you guys... Well, wait, what's the time control?
5 minutes.
5
minutes.
5
2-second
minutes.
increment to 4 minutes.
Okay, so, Tim chose the coin flip before the game, or before the match, so Anthony will get to choose the coin flip for Armageddon and decide his color. And the time control is 4 minutes for white and 5 minutes for black, and both sides have a 2-second increment. And, if the game is a draw, then black wins. And we will now have the coin flip. Anthony calls heads, and the flip is heads, so he gets to choose his color. And I'm being told that we are going to have a break before the Armageddon Timebreaker. So we will be back shortly.
We have a player in the commentator
Welcome back. The match is
area.
tied at 6 games apiece after 12 games. Which
We will be
means,
having an Armageddon tiebreak.
yeah, so the time control will be 5 minutes for white, 4 minutes for black. Each side will get 2 seconds increment per move. But chess.com does not support that, so black will not be allowed to move until his clock reads 4 minutes on move 1. And if the game ends in a draw, then black will win. And I believe the arbiter has given the go for the game, so we should be seeing that.
Yes, it will resume very shortly. And both players seem to be ready. And the match starts. Anthony starts with his English opening.
Yes, and
Tim cannot
Remember that
move
Tim will not be allowed to move until he has 4 minutes on his clock.
auto abort, so this may
Oh, is the auto abort?
yeah. So he will make his first move and then wait
Yeah.
until he's done.
So
Tim
remember
cannot
he has 4 minutes on his clock.
auto abort, so
So Tim must wait until 3 minutes and 43 seconds to move. Or actually, he already waited, so it would just be 4 minutes. 4 minutes, yeah.
yes.
So Anthony chose white, so if he has an extra minute,
But
if
it's harder if black
yeah,
draws.
if black
That's the win.
manages to draw the game, then black will be the winner of the match.
And the game is in play. Anthony must win.
Yes, Anthony is in a must-win situation. He's coming off a winning streak of 3 games, so I like this choice of color. And interesting, black chooses to
Aggressive
open the
opening.
center right away with d5. This game will decide the match. And I believe the main move here is bishop g2. Okay, he goes queen b3.
He's playing very aggressive.
Yes, he's must win.
I thought bishop e6 was good, but knight b6 is good as well.
So now white can probably just go bishop g2 and castle and be fine. Unless he wants to continue. Yep, okay.
g2.
Bishop e6 now. Harassing the queen, and it has to move. Yep, queen d2.
And both sides developing.
Yeah, white can castle now, and he should be fine. Oh, a3 first. Preventing knight b4. Okay.
That might be not as good because it weakens b3 square.
Yeah.
If he can go knight a5, then maybe he can get a knight into b4 or b3.
Yeah, b4 would be a blunder, but yeah, b3 would be good.
F5. Interesting. Offers to isolate his pawn on e5.
White declines it though, trying to develop his dark squared bishop. Perhaps do g5.
And black is going for the aggressive pawn push, f4. I'm not really sure about this. I think white should actually just take. I mean,
Yeah.
he's losing his g-pawn, but his bishop is there, so I think he should be fine. I think he should take this.
Yeah, I agree. And then after this, oh no, he doesn't. He can also do d4 if that happened.
Yeah, and then his pawn wouldn't be on e5, and he would have
Complete control of the center and threaten moves like d5, but he does not go for that.
Yeah. I think black played bishop g4 to try to, and then he can try to create a. Oh, he does fall for it. Now he'll probably move his bishop back. Oh no, never mind. He doesn't go for that idea.
F takes g3. That's surprising to me because that
Knight
just
d4
opens
is
that
very
file.
good. Yeah.
Oh, but now he is winning the bishop here, so I think black is better.
Really. Oh, very strong play.
Oh, threatening all kinds of discoveries. White is pretty much forced to move
This king up, king g2. here and be better.
I don't know if he wants to. That knight is really strong there.
Yeah. So far, the players have used about an equal amount of time. Tim is still right about a minute down on the clock from where he's just like he started.
And Black tries to bring more pieces into the game.
I think he can go bishop e3.
Bishop where?
E3.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And then now I don't think he can win the bishop here. I don't think.
Anthony's still maintaining this 1 minute lead.
Yep. That will probably prove crucial as the players get lower on time.
Yeah. Oh, very aggressive move.
B4.
Expanding on the queen side, maybe looking for, I don't know, perhaps rook c1? I don't know.
Now bishop takes up, or knight takes up 3 looks good.
Yep.
Oh
Rook
no, he
d8.
wants to protect it.
Well, now he can just move his bishop away to, like, g4.
And
Yeah.
I think that
It's more or less equal now.
Now, does knight b5 look good?
Knight b5?
takes that.
Oh, now queen b3 maybe. Yep.
Wait, isn't he just
Losing the pawn on d3, though?
Oh,
Oh,
I
wait,
think
no. Knight b5, yeah. And then he's attacking c7, so... And a7.
Anthony getting lower on time, closing the time gap.
Yep. Moo's going into a bit of a think here, and he is now actually down on the clock. So not a good
Yeah.
sign for him.
Yeah.
I would probably go knight b5 here. I think that's the only move to not lose a pawn.
Maybe does bishop e2 work?
Bishop e2. No, because... Oh, wait.
Why? Oh, aggressive.
a4. Offering the pawn on
d3. Interesting choice. For sure. A4.
Oh, he may be threatening maybe rook d1 or something after.
Okay, so he doesn't take the pawn on d3. Maybe there was something that,
Oh, I think it might have been like a rook d1 and then after it moves his queen, like some kind of f7 threat.
Oh, okay.
And Anthony is now lower on time, which is very interesting.
Yes.
And now go.
Once again, this game will decide the match. And if it ends in a draw, then black wins.
pawn blunder looks like.
Yes, and he just blundered a pawn. Yeah, I'm not sure about that move a4.
Yeah.
Yeah, black is definitely better now.
Hmm.
He's up on time, and he has the draw odds, so not looking too good for white.
And a knight maneuver. That's
Knight
interesting.
c1. That just blunders
Oh,
another pawn, though.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so now black is up 2 pawns.
And he has two passed pawns, connected passed pawns on the queen side, so
Yep.
this looks very good for black, obviously.
Anthony now below 15 seconds and down 2 pawns, so probably losing. Threatening knight a5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he blunders the pawn.
Yep.
So, I think white does have a chance now. Black is up a pawn, but he has
Oh,
three
wait, no,
isolated pawns, which will be easy to attack and possibly win.
just blundered again.
Yeah, he dropped another pawn.
But maybe, yeah. Oh, there's mate
Oh,
soon.
bishop f2, I think is... Yeah. And now he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
win.
gonna end the game.
Yeah, he's gonna win the rook with a discovered check, and this should be over. So, yep. So Tim wins the game in the Armageddon and wins the match.
It's him.
So congratulations. Um.
Will we be interviewing the players too?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now for momentarily, we'll be having a break, and then we'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Here we have Anthony Moo. Hi, Anthony. So I have a question for you. So, how did you feel at the beginning of this match? Do you think you were going to win, or what kind of competition do you think you would face?
Oh, we can't hear him.
Yo, fam, what's up?
Tim, we're actually in the middle of
Yeah,
an
yeah.
interview
Please don't
right now.
interrupt the interview. Please don't interrupt the interview. That's very rude.
Anthony, please continue. You thought you were nervous.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous. Like, I thought
Oh.
that Tim would kind of beat me pretty bad, like maybe 6-2 or 6-1.
I see. So how did you feel after you got the 6-6 clutch comeback?
Pretty confident going
Nice.
into the Armageddon.
Tim, how did you feel at the beginning of this match?
I don't know. I was my blitz ratings dropped a little bit, so I needed a boost of confidence. So I wasn't really too sure that I was going to win, but I'm happy with the result for sure. I thought it would be close, but I wasn't expecting to go up 4-0. I also wasn't expecting to surrender that.
All right, thank you. Cameron, do you have a question?
No.
Okay. So Tim, how did you feel after Anthony made that comeback?
I was pretty angry at myself. There were a couple of like straight up blunders that I
Yeah. Talk to us about that Queen B3.
yeah, and let's see, which game was that? Was that the one where his knight just took my queen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was game 11.
Yeah. I think I was just going a little too fast there. I had gotten down on time in the last couple of games, and I think I was trying to play faster, and that's what led to that.
Oh,
But yeah, as far as at the end of the 12th game, after that I went and looked at the English a little more, and that, a line that I looked at is what helped me get into a pretty good position in the Armageddon game, that I was able to carry to a win. So
that's good. Nice. Anthony, why did you choose white in the Armageddon?
Well, at first I thought I was going to choose black because, draw wins, and that's pretty good. But then, like, I saw all the games in the match so far were decisive, so a draw probably wouldn't be likely. And also, I was doing pretty well with the English as white,
Okay.
so I just
Interesting.
decided to pick one.
Cameron, do you have anything to ask?
No. Thank you to both players for a well-fought match and an exciting match, and congratulations to Tim on his win.
Yeah, congrats. All right, so Tim, you better be prepping for the next round. Who is it against?
Oh, and the next showdown is tentatively scheduled for Friday between Agarwal and Boston.
Close match as projected.
Yes. It will be the showdown for board fort.
Board, I believe board.
board 9.
Okay. Board 9. Board 9.
Very crucial board, of course.
we'll say board 8.
Okay, board 8.
Board 8. Board 8.
All right. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye, audience.
Goodbye.
Thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Congrats on your win.
Bye.